Hello, I'm Alastair McIntyre from electricscotland.com, and I'd like to talk to you about our mini bios section. If you go to our main menu, you'll see mini bios, and when you click that, basically the page you go to is organized for an A to Z, and you click on the letter and you'll get mini bios of people with that surname. When I first started the mini bios section, it was actually designed around various small articles that I got in about various people around the world of Scots descent or actual Scots themselves. And so I built that section for that reason. But that was quite a lot of years ago. And since then we've encouraged people to actually send in small bios, or large bios for that matter, of their own families. In that section we encourage people to actually tell us some of the history of their family, going back as far as they can. It's not designed really to be a genealogy kind of area with loads and loads of dates and everything, although we're happy to post some of that information up. We're really looking for the stories of the people, what they did in their lives. And really it doesn't matter whether they were important or not important. I mean, everyone is important no matter what position or what you do for a living. And it's just nice to know a little bit about something about the family. So if you perhaps could go to your computer and start to type up a little bit about your family as you know it. I mean, if you talk to your grandparents, your parents or so forth, and gradually build up a wee story. I mean, where did they come from in Scotland? When did they get over to wherever? Or if you're Scottish, I mean, tell us a bit about the history of your family. So that's really what it's about. It's giving us a little story of your family, maybe some highlights of what they did in their lives. So if you can pull that all together, in fact, one of the ways of doing that is to get maybe a word processing file up and just start typing, and then leave it for a couple of days and come back to it, and maybe over a wee period of time you can build up a good story. And when you think you've got a good wee story together, email it to me and I'll put it up in the mini bio section. Just because we post something up doesn't mean it can't be changed. So, for example, if you suddenly found an old photo of the family and you'd like to attach that into the page, then email it to us. I mean, we'd obviously appreciate it if you're going to update a page, you actually give us the URL of that page, so that when I get that I know exactly where to go and I can do it very quickly. Otherwise I'll have to search for it myself, And of course, if you get additional information, you could maybe just send me an email again with maybe a new entry. In other words, say, look, I've managed to update this entry and put quite a wee bit more information in. Could you maybe put this one and replace it? Replace the existing one with this new one? And again, I'm more than happy to do that. So in the mini bio section, you'll find some famous Scots in there. You'll find not so famous ones, but I think a lot of the stories are very interesting, and certainly when we get them in from our visitors, I mean, some of the accounts are really great to read. So there's some great stories in there. So that's what our mini bio section is all about. It's basically started with getting information on some recognizable people, but it's devolved into mostly now individuals like yourself that can write up a wee bit history of their family. And so it really is a great section to explore. And so I would very much encourage you to send us in a small bio of your own family and tell us a bit about yourself. Maybe just one caution. You want to be careful about putting information about current people, especially children, because if they're still living, it could compromise their security, whatever. So if you kind of bear that in mind, because when it does go on the site, it's going to become public information. So if you want to make sure of your own security, just be a little bit careful what you write in there, because we'll put up whatever you send us, essentially. Okay, so that's our mini bio section of the site, and certainly I hope you'll enjoy reading it, and I obviously will look forward to getting some new ones in. Okay, there you go.